Welcome back to the channel. It's July 17th, and this is going to be the breakdown for Game 5 in the NBA Finals between the Phoenix Suns and the Milwaukee Bucks. It is your boy, Chef D, and I'm here to give you the ingredients to win. That's what it's all about, cashing. You want to see those green symbols and moving on to the next day, making sure your bankroll is fine and growing. All right, growing, winning consistently, because it is set up for you to lose. All right, don't forget these casinos want to win, and they're not in it for you. All right, so we're gonna go on just a little, review of the previous game. We did very, very well, talking about winning, and that's what we did. We won. All right, if you followed my guidance or my picks, if you take your own grain of salt from the things that I do, and you would have been fine. You'd have been totally fine. So if you're looking at it, I said Khris Middleton first basket. That was a shot in the dark. He wasn't the first basket. That's fine. That's a hit or miss. First basket, trying to hit that. We hit it on the first one. We didn't get it on this one. But Khris Middleton, that's all I talked about last video was Khris Middleton. So Khris Middleton over, that was easy, 24.5. I had Devin Booker under, but he went off as well. We missed on that. That's okay. That's it was really one or two, because that first basket is what it is. But if we're looking at our bets, and what I noticed, I love Middleton so much. When I looked at these player props, I was trying to find anything with Middleton. The only thing with Middleton happened to be with Devin Booker. So it was Devin Booker and Khris Middleton, 30 points each to go over. So once I seen that, I was like, I adjusted my lineups, because I'm like, I know for a fact Middleton's going to go off. I just don't know what's the other Phoenix Sun. Is it going to be Chris Paul? Is it going to be Ayton? Is it going to be Devin Booker? So this was a sign. Once I seen this, I put a little something on it. 15 to 105. That's a great payout. And once I seen that, I adjusted my DraftKings lineups, and we did very good. So $9 on this lineup. I won. Just to put a couple bucks in there for this particular lineup. So I already had Milwaukee Bucks to win. Already had, that prop you saw with Devin Booker and Khris Middleton over 30 points. I won on that. And I won on this right here. If we're comparing it to the first place winner, the difference was having the captains. Obviously, I had Khris Middleton. He was a cheaper price. It afforded me more. But the first place guy had Antetokounmpo, obviously had Khris Middleton next. Just a difference here. I had Booker, which was crazy. That's crazy. He didn't even have Booker and he won first place. Wow. My only mess up was that Cam Johnson and Parker didn't come through. The key was Jay Crowder, and he's been very, very consistent. Other than game one, he's been super consistent. If you just watch, I'll show you guys very, very soon. But this was a solid lineup. As long as you're cashing, that is good. There's only 11,890 entries in this one, so not that 25, 50, 75, 100,000 type of tournament. Just a little bit smaller. So we're going to look into Game 5. We're going to move on from Game 4. And it's back in Phoenix, all right? Milwaukee had their fun in the last two games. And now we're back in Phoenix where the Suns prosper and they really put the hammer on teams. So we're going to scrap the Milwaukee love. That helped us. You can't be emotional in this stuff. We saw that it was going to Milwaukee. Milwaukee has a very good home record, and they took advantage of that. Now the Phoenix Suns are in charge right now, and I'm going all in on Chris Paul. Chris Paul, the last two games has struggled. Obviously, that led to Milwaukee wins, but having him at this cheap salary is absolutely ridiculous. Give me Chris Paul at the captain spot in each and every lineup. Obviously, you want to change it. You want to switch some things around. I know people love Devin Booker. I know people love Giannis Antetokounmpo in that captain spots. Those are great options, but I'm just looking at the salary, and I think it's disrespectful. If you're just looking at the regular salary, if you don't put him in the captain spot, he has never been 8,800. Probably this whole playoff. As you can see, 96, 10-4, 9-8, 9-6, 10-6, 9-8. 9-4, 9. The lowest he's been in the playoffs. It doesn't date back to the Lakers series, but it's probably he wasn't this cheap. He wasn't as cheap. Maybe that one game when he got injured, and they probably dropped it around that time. But Chris Paul hasn't been 8,800 in a long, long time, and he's coming off of 2 poor performances. You do not expect that in Game 5, where they can take control of this series and go up 3-2. So give me Chris Paul. He's going to have an outstanding performance in this game, and we are going to move on. Hold on, let me 1 second. 1 second. All right, so Chris Paul at the captain spot is an absolute must. We're going to move on. Giannis Antetokounmpo, this is a lock. Obviously, you're going to play him in each and every lineup. The question was, are you going to put him at the captain spot, or are you going to put him in the util? He's been in majority of these lineups. He's been in the captain spot, and the player has won first place. So this is obviously someone you have to have in each and every lineup, either util or captain, and then you move on. So Giannis stepping up, came through, didn't have his 40-point bomb, but had 14 rebounds, had 8 assists, had 2 huge blocks, had 3 steals. He puts up so many peripherals. He is a must. Jay Crowder is the next util person we're going to speak about, and this is consistency right here. Other than Game 1, as you see, he was 0 for 8. But if he made his shots, he would have been, pretty much 4 for 4 in each and every game, putting up solid production. And it's been in the rebound department, 11. He had a double-double in Game 2. He came through with made 6 threes in Game 3, 18 to 6. And then in Game 4, 15, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks, 3 steals. He was very, very active and provided a good punch for the Phoenix Suns. Obviously stepping up above Mikal Bridges in that previous game, and Mikal Bridges has fallen to the wayside. He could be sneaky because he probably had a salary where you could probably take advantage of him at that $6,800 price. But I like how active Jay Crowder has been. He's a veteran. He was in the NBA Finals last year, and I think they got a little narrative going on here where he's gonna help this team besides, Cam Johnson, but another core player, supporting cast player, and Jay Crowder steps up and helps them to this championship that I foresee them having. Now, we're going to move on to the next Phoenix Sun. Cameron Johnson has been the model of consistency coming off the bench as the 6th man for the Phoenix team, and he is a very, very fluid jump shot, 5'11", 4 for 6, 2 or 4, 3 or 6. He's been in that. He's been a little up and down, 20, 15, 20, 14. But I see him back home knocking down some key jumpers. He's been very active on both sides of the ball. On the defensive side, being very active. Had a nice dunk in the previous game over P.J. Tucker. Just providing a nice punch off the bench between him and Cameron Payne. But Cameron Johnson obviously has been playing better, and I like him at this cheap salary at $4,000. Just a little bump up from the previous game from 38, but he is back home where he's more comfortable. I foresee him scoring probably over 10 points if you want to take that prop, and some peripherals, and he should fill in nicely at the bottom of that util spot. And then last but not least, the guy I'm going to talk about is going to be DeAndre Ayton. Obviously, you can switch this to Devin Booker depending on your salary. I just love Chris Paul, and then DeAndre Ayton has been rock solid. Rock solid because he is the biggest mismatch that they have in this series. Ayton has been cleaning up the boards. 19 rebounds in Game 1. Came through with a double-double. Well, 2 double-doubles in the first 2 games. Scored more in Game 3, but really showed out in Game 4 with the 17 rebounds, 5 assists. You didn't even know he had that in the arsenal. He had 3 blocks as well. So even in a lower scoring output game, he still provided good fantasy points. So this man is bust proof. This is someone that you need to have at that 8K salary, and I love DeAndre Ayton. All right, so we're going to move on to our next FanDuel. All right, FanDuel lineups, we know it's tighter, so you're going to have to make tougher decisions. So I already love Chris Paul and Giannis. Those are 2 main cogs. From there, the salary gets a little janky. and I went with Cam Johnson and Jay Crowder. You can mix and match of whoever you do like and do choose. If you want to take Crowder and switch him to Ayton, Ayton is 13,500. He's a little more expensive. No, he's 13 flat. So if you want to do that, and I think you might have enough left for a little punt guy, 7,500. In that range, you're looking at, let's see, looking at a PJ Tucker, which is fine. Looking at a Torrey Craig around that range. It gets really tight, but you're going to have to probably sacrifice that last util spot. That last util spot is going to probably have to guarantee you around 10 fantasy points and above to fill in at the bottom, as long as your top guys go off. So that's going to be the key. Now let's move over to FanDuel, and we are going to look at our props for tomorrow. Oh man, let me log back in real quick. Log back in. I'm New Jersey. Like, come on, stop playing. Logging back in, and so we can see these props. I wanted to show you the odds on these. As long as it stays up, it should not be closed. It should be fine. Checking odds is going to be updated very soon. Let me see. It went away. Well, we're going to go and just do it from manually because it wants to take it away. For my first prop is going to be the Phoenix Suns money line at -172. Hey, Game 5, back at home. Milwaukee Bucks did what they did at home. Phoenix Suns are going to take control of this series and go up 3-2. I like Phoenix Suns money line. If you want to take the point line, it's been covering each and every game, so I have no problem taking that risk over there with the 3.5. If you want to be gutsy and go up higher, maybe you think the Phoenix Suns win by double digits, do like a 9.5. That's fine by me as well. Because the lines have been covering each and every game, and it's been it's been overs in Phoenix, it's been unders in Milwaukee. So you got another scenario where the over can be another choice for you guys today. So over 218.5 is another selection. I just added up onto that one. So this same game parlay can be very, very juicy. So we got Suns, we got the over. Give me the over on points with Chris Paul. If we just go to his alternative right here, we're going to go to the plus money, okay? So if we're looking at this, the plus money is going to be at, where is it? It's going to be at, it adjusted. I had Chris Paul at 21.5 at plus money, but right now it's at -122. Money is coming in right now on Chris Paul. Take full advantage of it right now. So I like the 21.5. I like the 22.5. You can go up to about 25. I think that's going to be safe for you guys. But Chris Paul over on points are going to be guarantees. And then I want to take one last step on Chris Paul. Give me Chris Paul over on assists. At 8.5 right there. Give me 8.5 at -115. If you're just looking at his game log, Chris Paul usually gets around 7 to 9. You need that 9 for that 8.5. So he had 7 in the previous game, 9, 8, and 9. So hopefully he gets to that 10 range. I want a double-double from Chris Paul. That's another prop right there. Chris Paul double-double. Go all in on Chris Paul for today, and we will see how it goes. If you add all that up, it's probably going to be like a plus 1,000 if you add in the double-double and stuff like that. But for our props, the Phoenix Suns money line, the over on 218.5. Give me Chris Paul over on 21.5. We like the double-double. We like everything Suns, all right? We go Sun all day long. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget we're switching over to football very, very soon. I already put up the first video on NFC East preview, so get to that. Bump those views up. It's currently low right now because I know people are still in the basketball, baseball mode, but soon football is coming. Let's jump those numbers up. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, MessNetJSD, and I'll be back with another video tomorrow. Peace out.